Hey friends, it's Mari. Thank you so much for stopping by. I have a really fun project today for the Not2Shabby Shop exclusive March release, and I'm going to be using one of the stamps from that release called Picnic Fun. I'm going to show you that stamp set right away here. It's absolutely adorable. I love all of these little images and some really super cute little sentiments. And so I'm going to create an easel card today, something a little bit interactive and fun. And I've already stamped out and colored with Copic markers all of the little images from the stamp set that I'm going to be using today. These are so adorable, and I just did some really basic Copic marker coloring. I'm going to show you here the Copic markers that I used. If you want to just pause and zoom in, you can see all the colors there that I used. And I am going to put the card together now. I used a bunch of dies to create some of the bits to do the front of my card. So I'm using a top folding card here that's an A2 size card, and I've obviously, this is in portrait, and I've actually die cut a piece of this is lawn fawn paper. I don't know if it's still available, but if I can find it, I will link up to it in the description box below. But it just looks like clouds, and I just die cut that with a stitched rectangle die from My Favorite Things. And now I've just adhered that to my blue card base. And I'm going to take this die from My Favorite Things called the Square Flop Card die, and I'm just going to kind of center that sort of towards the top of the card, the top third. I ran that through my big shot, and now it's just kind of cut out that area at the top that is going to be that square, and then there's a score line there, and that's how my easel card is going to be formed. Now I cut another little piece of paper for my little scene here from some green patterned paper, and using my little grass die as well to create that little area at the bottom. And I've also cut out 3 little clouds from some white cardstock, and I'm going to put those up in that square area up at the top. Now it's really important not to adhere any adhesive over those those cut lines. So I'm keeping all of my adhesive on the inside of those cut lines on that square piece. And now you can see just how that folds, and that little square piece is going to pop up when we fold the card open. Now I'm going to take the little pieces to decorate my card, my little embellishment pieces that are the stamps that I've stamped out and colored, and then I just fussy cut with my scissors. I'm going to pop those up, each piece up on some foam adhesive, and then I'm going to stick those to my little scene area that I've created. So that patterned paper, the blue pattern paper in the background, just looks really cool because it looks kind of like a cloudy, hazy sky. And then the grass at the bottom just creates that base for these little things to sit on. And like I said, I'm just popping them up to give them a little bit of dimension. So my little bear for the stamp set, I colored like a little panda, and I just think that's so cute. I mean, you could color this bear however you wanted. It wouldn't have to be a panda bear, but I just thought it was super cute colored that way. Now I'm going to take some VersaFine Clair Nocturne ink, and I'm going to stamp out my sentiment, and the sentiment on the front is going to be "You're invited." So this is going to be like a little invitation card, which I thought was really super cute, and it's going to be an invitation for a little picnic. So there's the completed front of my card. And now I'm ready to start thinking about what I want to do with the inside of my card. So what I did is I took a piece of white cardstock again, and I cut 2 different sizes of stitched rectangles, still from that same stitched rectangle set that I cut the front rectangle from. And I just chose the 2 smaller rectangles, and I'm going to use those to put on the inside of my card. So the larger rectangle of the 2 is my base, and then the smaller rectangle of these 2 rectangles, I've stamped out the inside sentiment, which is Picnic Fun, and now I'm just popping that up on some foam adhesive, and that is going to hold my little easel in place when the card is open. Now I want to do some decorating with the inside of my card. So I'm going to take the little chick that I've got all colored here, and this little chick has got a pie all ready to go, and I'm going to just pop up this sweet little chick on some foam adhesive again, and Just going to get a little bit, another piece on the bottom there. And that's going to be just really sweet and dimensional as well. And I'm also going to put a little picnic basket as well on the inside there beside the little chick. And that's going to complete the inside of the card. Now what I wanted to do was take some of these other little pieces that I had stamped and colored and put them on the picnic table. So I'm going to take the little pie and I'm going to adhere a little bit of foam adhesive on the back of that. And I'm going to stick that down so that it looks like it's on the table. So I'm going to kind of put it in behind, tuck it in behind the table there. And it's all popped up so that it's at the same height or dimension as the picnic table itself. And then I'm going to do the same thing for these little apples and pop those up so that they're sitting on the other side of the table. And that picnic table is just all set and ready to go for the little picnickers. I love these little images. I think they're so sweet and adorable. Now I wanted to add some details to my card, so I'm taking some Nouveau Shimmer pen and I'm adding a little bit of glitter and shine to a few of the different areas on my card. So I'm going to add that to the, the umbrella. And I'm also going to add that to a few little areas of my little bear, to my apples, and the top of my pie, I believe. And that's just going to add, like I said, just a little bit of sparkle and detail. This is actually one of my most favorite parts of making a card like this, is adding all of the little fun bits at the end that just really make the card look extra special. So I had a lot of fun with this, and this Nouveau Shimmer pen is just a really super easy way to add some details to a project. Now I also wanted to add a little bit of dimensional detail to the front of the card. So I'm going to take some Nouveau Glaze, and I'm also going to use some stickles on a few of the areas on the front of the card as well. So I'm going to use a little bit of that Nouveau Glaze on the bear's nose and also on the apples. And that's just going to make them look a little bit more dimensional and shiny and give some interest, again, like I said, to the front of the card. And I believe the stickles that I used are, and I'm just looking on my desk here, they're Stardust. So they're kind of like an iridescent stickle. And I just really like that because they're kind of subtle, but yet the glitter just nicely picks up the light. And I just use those on the little buttons of the overalls of the panda and also on the little screws of the picnic table. And that's going to be it for this card. This card is finished. I absolutely love it. I think it's super sweet. And this stamp set is just absolutely adorable. I will leave a link in the description box below to the release, to this item and all of the other items that are part of the release. And there's also a bundle that you can purchase, and I believe there's also a coupon code. So make sure you check the description box below. Head over to Jamie's shop. It's amazing. The Not Too Shabby shop has everything that you could ever dream of in stamping. So there you have it, everyone. Hope you enjoyed this, and I hope to see you another time here on my channel. Bye-bye.